makes you so sick at heart that you can't take part. You can't even passively take part.
Today's video is going to be short and sweet, and that is because I scored a victory against YouTube. As I mentioned a couple of months ago, a video that I made debunking anti-vax claims from Kim Iversen, who currently is one of the co-hosts of Rising. That video got taken down and my site got a warning, which the warning itself doesn't mean anything, but you only get one. Unlike a strike where after I think it's like 90 days, if you don't commit any other fault, the strike gets eliminated. I think it's 90 days, could be more. A warning stays with you forever, and that means that any time that the algorithm might find something potentially get mixed up and flag a video of mine, that means that I would immediately get a strike. So I was pretty worried about that. I tweeted and copied in numerous YouTube accounts, including Team YouTube, which I think is the one that handles these things, and I never got a reply from them, ever. Until a couple of days ago, I also tweeted to Team YouTube and others over a completely separate issue, which involved some sign-in problems that I've been having ever since I moved back from Nicaragua. And those were problems that I also had when I was in Nicaragua. Basically, for some reason, I just can't validate my account in one of my two computers, and there's no reason why this should happen. So I tweeted to them. They sent me a DM on Twitter, which I was a bit surprised. And when I explained the whole problem, I took the opportunity to mention, oh, by the way, I had a video that a couple of months ago was taken down, and my site got a warning. And I suppose it was for the content, because one of the topics of that video was horse dewormers, and I suspect that's the reason why the algorithm incorrectly flagged it. And all I ask is just please have a human being review that video. Which is still on their servers. It was simply not made. It was taken down as in no longer public, but it was still on there. So I just ask, please, I just want a human being to watch that video to see that actually it's not promoting by any reasonable standards any of the things that your community guidelines state. So after a day or two, they got back to me and they said, yeah, someone reviewed it. Indeed, the video is okay. We've restated it, and the warning got eliminated. So I'm very happy about that. I'm grateful to the human employee of YouTube who took the time to review it. Whoever you are, thank you. I will just restate, my issue is not with. I don't think that individual people in YouTube are flagging videos that incorrectly. I don't think that's the problem. The problem that I have with YouTube is their algorithm is the one that does this. They incorrectly flag videos, and then when you make an appeal, it's that same algorithm that reviews the appeal rather than a human being. And for channels that have very large followings, for people who have very big Twitter followers as well, it's kind of easy to generate some social media buzz to get YouTube's attention, and then usually in most cases they reverse whatever decision they took. They never explain why, but they reverse the decision, which is good. But unfortunately for small content creators, we don't have that benefit of 100,000 Twitter followers who will immediately start tweeting to YouTube. So I'm glad they paid attention to a completely separate issue, and that I took the opportunity to relay this. So on that note, like I said, today there's no video because I want you to see the forbidden video until now, which is how to spot a left anti-vaxxer, starring Kim Iversen. I will put a link to it in the description, and I will also link to it at the end of the video. So please enjoy it. I find it funny that it has 53 views, because I vaguely remember it getting taken down quite quickly. But then again, maybe it was online for a while. I don't know. What I found really suspicious, by the way, when I was uploading this, and this is a suggestion to anyone else who might have a YouTube channel. When I was uploading this video, I noticed that the checking process took far longer than it usually did, and that I thought that was very weird, and I immediately thought, well, could there be something wrong with the content? I don't know. But given that this was a reaction to an already existing video, I was like, well, if that video's up, then surely there is no problem with mine. Turns out there was. So just as a suggestion, if you are discussing issues that the algorithm might flag, and clearly anything related to vaccines might be one of them, or just general COVID news, keep an eye out. Obviously, when you upload this video, when you upload your video, if the checking process takes far longer than it usually does, that might be a problem. And I guess the solution there is to just cancel the upload and don't take the risk, because I got lucky. Like I said, they paid attention to me over a completely separate issue, but there is no guarantee that if your video gets flagged incorrectly, and that you have a legitimate case on why it should be reinstated, or why any kind of warning or strike needs to be retracted, there is no guarantee that that will happen. So yeah, like I said, I'll repeat my criticism of YouTube's video flagging policy. There needs to be a much better transparency process. There needs to be a human being who checks any kind of appeal. If the algorithm flags it incorrectly, that's fine. I understand that how many millions of videos are probably uploaded every day, God knows how many. Obviously it's not enough for a human being to check them all, but in the limited account of cases where the algorithm does check something and there is an appeal, and it looks like a human being is appealing this with a case, because you write what you think was wrong, there should be a human being on the other side checking it as well. So there you go. Enjoy the forbidden video, and I'll see you next time.